I am not crazy.
Tune in to the incredible testimonials of our youth. Impact, living with it. Tuesday at 8. Presented in support of Bell Let's Talk Day.
I was inspired to write this book because growing up,
Today is Kick with Karen Season 3, and today I have a wonderful guest. Her name is Pauleanna Reid. How are you doing today?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you, anytime. So first I want to start off with saying congratulations, because just last month you edited the Next Leader Forum at Trent University. How did that all come about?
Trent University and JA Canada, so they partnered up to create the Next Generation Leaders Forum. They asked me to be the host because they thought I could bring some exciting energy to the table. There's about 150 delegates from around the world, the best and the brightest, and they came together to ultimately, create a plan to change the world. And they're competing in a business competition, and I was able to facilitate that and really help them execute all of their dreams and their plans. And it was a really good 5-day conference overall. I had so much fun.
What did the 5-day conference consist of?
It consists of, we kicked off the conference with a Tough Mudder race, and we did a lot of outdoor activities, team building skills. We had several speakers come in. We had Adrian Batcher, editor-in-chief of the Toronto Sun. We had Julian Bolster. We had so many great speakers. We had workshop facilitators. It was really a week of fun and learning.
So I know mental health is dear to yourself. Why is it dear to you, and why have you elaborated so much on this?
Because mental health is something, mental illness is something that I've experienced in my adolescent years. The statistics are also very high. 1 in every 5 Canadians experience mental health at some point in their lifetime. And I think that it's also a taboo topic a lot of times within the church, within the Black community, within, just dealing with our this generation's, our circles. It's not something we talk about often, so I really try to be that voice for people who cannot find theirs.
Okay. So how do you get Essence Magazine to contact you and do a write-up in their magazine? How did that all come about?
You know what? I think that people underestimate the power of social media. I saw that Essence Magazine tweeted, if a vision board has played a part in your success, tell us your story. And at first I was hesitant because I thought Essence Magazine, are they really going to read my email? But then I thought, no, I'm like, you know what? My life is all about taking risks. I'm a risk master. And I sent the email off anyways with the, belief that it could really happen. And it did. They reached out to me about a week later, and the editor loved my story. They loved, the use that I've made of vision boards, and decided to feature me.
That's a wonderful story. Now I'm going to play a little game with you. I'm going to give you a couple of people's names and places that you like.
Okay.
And you have to define them in word, right?
Okay.
You ready? Okay. The first one is Toronto.
Screwface capital.
Okay. Your mother.
Lovely.
Coca-Cola.
Powerful.
New York. I was kind of like New York.
Hustle.
Shonda Rhimes.
Legacy.
Michelle Obama.
Strength.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh man, style.
Okay, vision boards.
Vision boards, everything. Vision boards are like the way I live my life. I truly believe in the law of attraction, and for me, having a vision board and creating one every year helps me really analyze how far I've come in life and where I want to go. So vision boards mean everything to me.
Okay. Last one, CEO.
CEO. Me.
All right. So, next question I ask you is, what is the definition of a strong woman?
The definition of a strong woman is an individual who's able to use the bricks that others have thrown at her to build the foundation to her success.
Now, early this summer, you did a workshop with another fellow motivational speaker, Lenny Williams. how did that all come about? And let people who know who weren't there, what did they miss? How was that about?
So I did a workshop with Lenny Williams. He's a motivational speaker and professor at New Jersey City University. We connected through social media, again, through Instagram. I reached out to him. Whenever I see a leader online, I really take note. I'm very observant. And I reached out to him. He was very, very receptive. And next thing I know, we're on Skype. Next thing I know, we're on the phone. Next thing I know, we're masterminding. And we created an event here in Toronto. And it was called Dealing with the Unexpected. We taught some strategies to help turn opposition into opportunity. We had about 25 women come out, and they had a fantastic time. And yeah, it was very, very successful. And we're hoping to take the same event and do it in his hometown too.
So I know you also have a group doing this thing with girls called New Girls on the Block.
Yeah.
Tell people what's that about.
So New Girl on the Block is a mentorship program, but it's way sicker than your average. We turn shy girls into fly girls, and my team and I, we coach and mentor these girls by way of life planning, career strategies, and personal style.
I know you also have some stuff for young men too.
Absolutely. We don't want to leave out the boys, so we have a program called the Brand Essentials, which essentially what we do is we help young men build their brands, build their online presence, and build their business so that they can become successful leaders.
So I know tonight later on you're going to be at Youth Fest, Canada. You're one of the speakers.
Yes.
For people who've never seen you speak, what's going to happen tonight?
They can expect personality. They can expect me to keep it all the way real, and they can expect me to be flat.
Try that here first, guys. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I definitely will be experiencing motherhood. I'll be a wife. I'll be producing films. I'll be producing television shows. Just taking my brand to the next level. At that point, I really do see myself traveling across the world and speaking to audiences of several hundred thousand.
I have all my guests. What are the hidden talent you can share with us that no one knows?
Oh my God, a hidden talent. Oh my God, that's a question I don't get often. Hidden talent that nobody knows.
It could be anything. Sing in the shower, something, I don't know, whatever. I don't really want to share to the viewers. It can be whatever you want.
I used to be an athlete. I know I don't look like one. A lot of people think that I'm this prissy princess, but I actually used to be a tomboy, a high-level athlete for several years. So I played soccer for 6 years, and I was a competitive swimmer for 11 years. So I can kick your ass in and out of the office. How about that?
You heard that here again, guys. So for that young girl who's probably going over a little hurdle, that boy thing, they want to do more for the life. What advice could they give you? What advice could you give them?
Sure. The advice that I would give them is to remember that progress is a process, and to also remember that celebrate your small victories. I think a lot of times we measure our success by other people's success when we see them on the gram, when we see them on Facebook and social media. But this is your journey. Whatever's for you is for you, and no one can take that away from you. So it's not a competition. It's not a race. Just be slow and steady. And just make sure that you are not getting distracted. You know your focus, you know your goal, and work at your own pace. Work in baby steps.
Heard that here first, but now before we go, can you let people any upcoming workshops or anything people can expect to see you at?
Well, I'm hoping. Well, I will be doing some workshops out of Toronto, in New Jersey, New York, however, and Philadelphia as well. But I'm hoping that the next big splash is on the big screen. I'm currently writing the screenplay to Everything I Could Tell My Mother. So, I'm doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but that is the mission. So next year, I hope to wrap up the screenplay, pitch to agents, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, thank you for coming on the show today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Let people know where I guess they can follow you or give any social media.
Everyone can follow me at pauleannareid.com, or you can just easily Google me, and I'm on every social media network.